सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स, रेज हैंड। अभिषेक आप बताओ। यस, second law of thermodynamics, I told you two statements, you tell me any one, just one statement. No reading नहीं करनी है, सुनाना है।
Light is used up in two ways. One's to change heat, internal energy, and second for the work work of expansion against internal atmospheric pressure.
Okay, all right. Yes, who will tell me now? Stephen's law of radiation. Yes. What is Stephen's law of radiation? Anybody? You people can raise hand. Stephen's law, or you can also tell me the formula. E is equal to sigma T4 was the formula, and energy, heat energy radiated by a body per unit area per unit time is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. Yes, Gitesh also raised the hand. Now who will tell me Newton's law of cooling? Newton's law of cooling. Yes, Gursimar, Newton's law of cooling. Yes, the rate of loss of heat from any body is directly proportional to difference in temperatures of system and surroundings. So E proportional to T minus T naught we derived also. Third law was Kirchhoff's law of radiations that we are to do. So we define different terms: coefficient of reflection, coefficient of absorption, coefficient of transmission, and E also emissive power. How will you define emissive power? Small e, emissive power. Same way, it is the ratio of heat emitted by a body to the total heat incident by the body, on the body. ठीक है? Same way, emissive power or emittance denoted by small e can also be defined like this. It is the ratio of heat emitted by the object to the total heat incident on the object. And note down, for perfectly black body, coefficient of absorption is 1, coefficient of emission, that is also 1, because a perfectly black body absorbs all the heat falling on it. Also it emits, it radiates out all the heat it has absorbed. So that's why for perfectly black body, A is also 1, E is also 1. What do you mean by a perfectly black body? That is black in color? Yes, that absorbs all the light falling on it. No light, no heat gets reflected from it. No heat goes back. It absorbs all the heat. Example, lamp black and platinum black. They are assumed to be nearly perfectly black bodies. पूरी 100% नहीं है, but they are almost 98% carbon. So that's why you can say two examples you can note down for perfectly black body. Lamp black or carbon black, platinum black. How to obtain lamp black? For example, when lamp keeps on lighting for some time, तो उसके ऊपर कुछ black powder सा होता है. You can touch it and you can see also on your fingertips, right? So वो है lamp black. So that is normally containing 98% carbon और वो almost आप कह सकते हो nearly perfectly black body. 100% black body obtain करने के लिए experimentally also some bodies are designed. One example is Fairy's perfectly black body. Fairy's perfectly black body. They have used it for certain experiments, right? For example, The Fairy's perfectly black body is having a structure like this. It is double coating of platinum with a wedge here and an opening here. So once heat enters it in the form of radiation, I am showing it. Once the heat enters, this wedge has been provided to avoid the reflection. Back reflection avoid करने के लिए ये wedge provide किया गया. So it gets reflected so many times inside, it gets absorbed. बाहर जाती नहीं. तो एक बार heat enter कर गई तो multiple reflection से वो अंदर ही रहेगी. तो जब बाहर जा ही नहीं रही है तो हम कहेंगे 100% black body. So this is perfectly black body that they use for experimental purpose. पर 100% नहीं ना होगी. Even lamp black, platinum black भी 98%. 100% के लिए ये arrangement use है. और similar arrangement देखें. So now we come to Kirchhoff's law of radiation. Okay. It states that the ratio of emissive power of a body for a particular wavelength, lambda, you know, that is the symbol of wavelength. Lambda symbol of the wavelength. So at a particular wavelength, when this emissive power is noted down and at a particular temperature, and A is absorptive power of that body, same body, for the same wavelength at the same temperature, then they say this ratio has been found to be a constant. This is Kirchhoff's law of radiations, and that constant is found to be emissive power of a perfectly black body at the same wavelength or the same temperature. So write down in words statement of Kirchhoff's law of radiations, then I will tell you its meaning also. The ratio of emissive power of a black body, the ratio of emissive power of a black body for a particular wavelength at certain temperature, to the ratio of this to that, okay, to the absorptive power, ratio of emissive power of a black body at a particular temperature, at a particular wavelength, at particular temperature, to the absorptive power of the body, for the same wavelength at the same temperature. For the same wavelength at the same temperature is a constant and is equal to, हमने कैपिटल ई से डिनोट किया उसको, बॉडी की जो एमिसिव पावर उसको स्मॉल ई से डिनोट किया है, जो ब्लैक बॉडी है पार्शियली हो सकती है. परफेक्टली ब्लैक बॉडी की एमिसिव पावर को हमने कैपिटल ई से डिनोट किया, राइट. इज अ कांस्टेंट black body is 1. So we mean to say E lambda is ज्यादा कोई बॉडी हीट एब्जॉर्ब करती है उतनी वो हीट रेडिएट भी करती है एमिट भी. So Kirchhoff's law of radiation. Sun spectrum. If we notice sun spectrum, then it is expected to be a continuous spectrum containing all the possible wavelengths. क्योंकि सन से इतनी हीट निकल रही है कि हम कहेंगे कि ऑल द वेवलेंथ इट इज एमिटिंग, सारी कलर उसमें से निकल रहे हैं. व्हाइट लाइट है सनलाइट, तो इट इज कंटेनिंग ऑल द 7 कलर्स. तो हम कहेंगे कि इट कंटेन्स, इट शुड बी एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम, कंटीन्यूअस एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम होना चाहिए. कंटीन्यूअस कौन सा होता है? जिसमें सारी वेवलेंथ प्रेजेंट होती है, ऑल द कलर्स आर प्रेजेंट इन दैट. गुड सिमर. Okay, I repeat Kirchhoff's law of radiation 1. The statement was E lambda to A lambda is capital E lambda. यही है ना, इसको वर्ड में बोलना है. Okay, the ratio of emissive path of a black body for a particular wavelength at a certain temperature to the absorptive power of the body for the same wavelength at the same temperature is a constant and is equal to emissive power of a perfectly black body. Okay, I once again repeat, the ratio of emissive power of a black body for a certain wavelength, for a particular wavelength at certain temperature to absorptive power of the body for the same wavelength at the same temperature is a constant and is equal to emissive power of a perfectly black body. ओके, और क्योंकि E1 होता है तो ये डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल, तो एब्जॉर्प्टिव पावर के डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है एमिसिव पावर. ग्रेटर इज द हीट एब्जॉर्ब्ड बाय द बॉडी, ग्रेटर विल बी द हीट एमिटेड बाय द बॉडी, रेडिएटेड बाय द बॉडी. यू कैन योरसेल्फ इमेजिन कि अगर आपने एक सपोज कर लो ब्लैक कलर का कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, कोई यूटेंसिल है, आपने उसको हीट अप किया, बहुत ज्यादा हीट अप किया, ठीक है, तो आप उसको रख दोगे फॉर कूलिंग, इट विल आल्सो स्टार्ट रेडिएटिंग आउट द हीट. उतनी ज्यादा हीट एमिट करेगा जितना आपने उसको हीट किया. सो एन ऑब्जेक्ट एब्जॉर्ब्स हीट व्हेन इट इज हीटेड एंड इट गिव्स आउट द हीट व्हेन इट इज कूल्ड. वही हीट ये बाहर रेडिएट कर देती है व्हेन इट इज कूल्ड. दिस इज द सिंपल मीनिंग. ओके, सो let us come back to the examples. First is sun spectrum. So I was telling you कि जो सन की दो लेयर्स हैं मेन, वन इज फोटोस्फीयर जो बहुत ज्यादा हॉट है, आउटर लेयर इज क्रोमोस्फीयर. आउटर लेयर दैट इज ऑरेंजिश, इट इज क्रोमोस्फीयर. क्रोम इज ऑरेंज, रेड ऑरेंज. नाउ फोटोस्फीयर बहुत ज्यादा हीट अप, कोर जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा हीटेड अप होता है, इसमें सारे कलर्स हैं, सारी वेवलेंथ्स हैं, तो स्पेक्ट्रम कंटीन्यूअस होना चाहिए. सन का जो स्पेक्ट्रम है कंटीन्यूअस एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम होना चाहिए. बट व्हेन दीज वेवलेंथ्स दे पास थ्रू द आउटर लेयर कॉल्ड क्रोमोस्फीयर, क्रोमोस्फीयर कंटेन्स सर्टेन टेरेस्ट्रियल एलिमेंट्स. अबाउट 60 टेरेस्ट्रियल एलिमेंट्स इसमें ऑब्जर्व किए गए हैं सन की आउटर लेयर में. सारे एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट नहीं है, तो वो एलिमेंट्स उस सारी रेंज ऑफ वेवलेंथ में से अपनी अपनी वेवलेंथ एब्जॉर्ब कर लेते हैं, and corresponding to those wavelengths some dark lines have been observed in otherwise continuous spectrum of sun. So this is called Fraunhofer. These lines are called Fraunhofer lines. ठीक है, these are some dark lines. लिख लीजिए definition. What are Fraunhofer lines? These are some dark lines observed in, these are some dark lines observed in the otherwise continuous spectrum of sun. These are some dark lines observed in otherwise continuous spectrum of sun. Otherwise क्यों कह रहे हैं, नहीं तो ये कंटिन्यूस होता, और ये लाइन स्पेक्ट्रम कंसिडर हो रहा है, इसमें कुछ लाइंस आ गई बिकॉज ऑफ प्रेजेंस ऑफ क्रोमोस्फीयर. So this is again because of Kirchhoff's law हम कह रहे हैं. एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम तब होता है व्हेन एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज हॉट एंड इट एमिट्स रेडिएशन। तो जिस वेवलेंथ की रेडिएशन एमिट करता है उसके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम हमारे पास ऑब्जर्व होता है। एंड व्हेन दैट सब्सटेंस इज कूल, ओके, इट एब्जॉर्ब्स सर्टेन वेवलेंथ, तब एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रम आता है। तो क्रोमोस्फीयर इज कंपैरेटिवली कूलर देन फोटोस्फीयर। तो इसके रिजल्टिंग एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम है, इनके रिजल्टिंग हमारी लाइंस आ रही हैं, उसमें डार्क लाइंस आ रही हैं। नेक्स्ट थर्मल फ्लास्क। Thermal flask is double layered. You know that? Its working can also be explained on the basis of Kirchhoff's law of radiation. There is a double layer, double coating होती है, right? Now, this outer surface of outer layer of inner surface and inner layer of outer surface, they are polished silver. They are made reflecting. अब हमने कहा कि bad absorber of heat is also bad emitter of heat. Good absorber is good emitter, bad absorber is bad emitter of heat. ऐसे होगा। अगर ब्लैक कलर हीट को मैक्सिमम एब्जॉर्ब करता है तो वो मैक्सिमम रेडिएट भी करता है, हीट गिव आउट भी करता है। ऑन द कंट्रास्ट, सिल्वर कलर बीइंग बेस्ट रिफ्लेक्टर ऑफ हीट, ये हीट को एब्जॉर्ब भी नहीं करता तो इसलिए एमिट भी नहीं करता। So heat does not escape out of thermal flask because of this. So if the liquid is hot inside it, it will remain hot. If it is cold, it will remain cold. So it will not let the exchange of heat. It won't allow the exchange of heat. तो यहाँ पे आप सिल्वर का रोल बताओगे, that is based on Kirchhoff's law of radiation. So outer surface, outer layer of inner surface and inner layer of outer surface, they are silvered. Because silver is the poor absorber of heat. That's why it is poor emitter of heat also. It does not emit any heat. It does not emit the heat so that it escapes into the surrounding and the hot liquid inside the thermal flask may get cooled down. So it doesn't happen. It remains hot. So the heat is retained inside. It doesn't allow the exchange of heat. Clear? So main यहाँ पे principle क्या है? Silver being poor absorber of heat will also act as poor emitter of heat. So it will not give out any heat. Third application is, suppose we have a China dish, white China dish, ठीक है? उसके ऊपर कुछ black carvings है. There are some black carvings, some design is there. कोई भी डिजाइन बना हुआ है सपोज चाइना डिश के ऊपर, दिस इज ब्लैक इन कलर and this dish is white in color. What do? We heat it strongly. We heat this China dish strongly. Now when after heating it strongly, we'll keep it in a cool room to let it cool. What will happen? We will see in darkness black portions will shine more. Black, हमें white portion दिखाई नहीं देगा, जो ब्लैक पोर्शन था वो ज्यादा शाइनिंग लगेगा हमें डार्क रूम के अंदर, क्योंकि जब इसको हीट कर रहे थे अकॉर्डिंग टू किर्चॉफ लॉ, ब्लैक पोर्शन दे एब्जॉर्ब्ड मैक्सिमम हीट, सो व्हेन दे आर बीइंग कूल्ड दे विल गिव आउट मैक्सिमम, तो वो सबसे ज्यादा हीट ये वाले पोर्शन रेडिएट करेंगे तो वो शाइनिंग लगेगी। व्हाइट पोर्शन दिखाई भी नहीं देगा हमें डार्क एरिया व्हेन इट इज अलाउड टू कूल डाउन। So this is again because of Kirchhoff's law of radiation. So you can write this example in question form. Write down. When a white petri dish या China dish, when a white China dish with black carving is kept in a dark room. After heating it strongly, why do the black carving shine more? Why do the black carving shine more? Why do the black carving shine more? So these are certain applications of Kirchhoff's law of radiation. We are not to prove it, but we are to justify it in certain practical examples. So that we are going to do Wien's displacement law. Wien's displacement law. We heat a black body. एक black body ले लेते हैं, उसको हम heat करते हैं. ठीक है? Let us plot graph between wavelength, मतलब कौन सी कलर की है वो, wavelength and intensity of heat radiation. Which device can measure intensity of heat radiation coming out of a black body? That is called a bolometer. उसको bolometer बोलते हैं. So suppose with the help of a bolometer, we have measured the intensity of heat radiations coming out of a black body. So when this graph is plotted at different temperatures, this is lambda maximum. ये peak corresponds to lambda maximum. So different temperatures पे when this graph is plotted, we observe that this lambda maximum shifts towards this lower wavelength side. ये इधर को shift होती है towards left. So with increasing temperature, you can say lambda maximum is decreasing. It is shifting towards the lower wavelength side. It is becoming smaller, right? So we can conclude that lambda maximum is inversely proportional to temperature. We will say the lambda maximum wavelength of heat radiation, that is inversely proportional to temperature. What my point? When temperature is increasing, lambda maximum is shifting towards lower side. It is decreasing that way. So lambda maximum is inversely proportional to temperature. This is Wien's displacement. So write down the statement in words. What is the statement of Wien's law? It states that maximum wavelength of heat radiation, maximum wavelength of heat radiation emitted by maximum wavelength of radiation emitted by heat radiations emitted by a black body. Maximum wavelength of heat radiation emitted by a black body varies inversely with temperature. Varies inversely with temperature. And when we introduce this constant here, V, it becomes the formula where V is Wien's constant. This is Wien's constant. Can you tell me what is the unit of Wien's constant? Unit बताइए यहाँ से formula से. Yes, anybody? Raise hand. Unit of V क्या होगा? What will be unit of Wien's constant? You can calculate from the formula. What is the unit of wavelength? It is length. So unit is meter. Unit of temperature is Kelvin. So क्या बना इसका unit? Meter Kelvin. Okay. So unit of V is meter Kelvin. So note down its value. Complete value with unit. Value of V is 2.898 into 10 raised to the minus 3 meter Kelvin. Note down the value. This is the value of Wien's constant, 2.898 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter Kelvin. What is the application of Wien's displacement law? इसको कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं? First is to discover unknown elements. With the help of Wien's displacement law, several terrestrial elements have been discovered. कैसे? Comparison method. देखो क्या करते हैं, वो इससे जो एलिमेंट्स अवेलेबल हैं उनके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग वेवलेंथ लिख लेते हैं. जो एलिमेंट्स अननोन है उनकी वेवलेंथ जितनी आ रही है उसको कंपेयर करते हैं उस टेबल से, तो वो एलिमेंट डिस्कवर हो जाता है. सो द टेरेस्ट्रियल एलिमेंट्स फाउंड इन सम एटमॉस्फेयर लाइक सन के एटमॉस्फेयर में वो इसी मेथड से फाइंड किए गए. So those terrestrial elements, they have been identified using Wien's displacement. So first application लिख लीजिए, to discover and identify unknown elements. To discover and identify unknown elements. So many terrestrial elements, they were discovered using this law. Second application is to find surface temperature of heavenly bodies. Wien's displacement law is also used to find the surface temperature of a heavenly body. मून का, सन का, सभी का surface temperature हम नोट कर सकते हैं if we know lambda maximum. So these kinds of numerical will be asked. जहाँ पे B तो आपको already पता है, lambda maximum given होगा, वो आप पुट करोगे तो temperature निकलेगा. For example, we want to know what is the surface temperature of sun. You know it's order of 4000 Kelvin. Interior का 6000 Kelvin है. Outside जो उसका surface है उसका temperature sun का about 4000 Kelvin है. So it also has been calculated using Wien's displacement law. So if we want to calculate surface temperature of moon, we just need to know lambda maximum. So we can put in the value of lambda maximum, we can put in the value of V and find temperature. So these are applications of Wien's displacement law. So first application is to identify elements, rare earth element, transition elements we discover हुए हैं. Second is to find surface temperature of a heavenly body. Of a heavenly body. All right, so with this theory of heat and thermodynamics unit, that is over. So our theoretically our syllabus is over. So from tomorrow onwards we will be doing exercise, extra questions and conceptuals of heat and thermodynamics. So tomorrow positively bring your